There's 16-14, good luck. We get white for this, so knight f3 as per usual. Opponent, 600 games, relatively new account, but not brand new, so we'll play this one. Not a mega high rating, but a good rating. Nothing wrong with the 1600 level. d6, d4. We're just trying to stick to principles, get the bishop up somewhere with a castle, then worry about what to do. So we've got an invitation to play e4 here, but it would turn it more potentially into an e4 game. I'm not an e4 player. You can play bishop right up. You just got to watch out for these sort of concepts. I think I'll play c4 and then just bring the knight behind the pawn. Now we're going to try and, generally it's a good principle, meet a diagonal with a diagonal, but that actually gives me a chance to push on. Do I want to do that? I can just meet the diagonal with the diagonal instead. Yeah, I'll do that. It's a structure I normally play more, isn't it? What I'm more familiar with. If your opponent goes on diagonal, it's generally a good principle to meet it with the opposite diagonal, just as a guide. We'll castle. Opponent's not developed their king side whatsoever. Now I can still play a bishop up. I can push here with a view to pushing on. But he might push here. So say here down. Take, take, take. Bishop takes. I'm going to do it actually. I'm going to go here. It might change the whole complexity and the structure of the game. So he's got knight in to attack the pawn. Can we guard it here? I'm not sure we can. But it mixes it up a little bit. So let's just challenge in the center. We can go here for a move to guard this, but then it could get a bit wild here. It could do. So do we want to take here? And then when he castles, it opens up the file. I think I'm going to take though, so we don't leave it completely closed down. But he's got a good position here. So can I push? If knight takes, I'd take. If pawn takes, obviously I can't. I'm just going to develop my bishop. It could be really dangerous game this. I'm going to have to keep my rook here. Oh, he's forcing the issue. Now it's a little bit more awkward if he castles. So I'm going to take there. If the knight moves, I can now push right. Maybe we can trade everything off, but it feels like it should be good for us. We've got a better pawn structure. Even if we trade the queen, then take. And the bishops can trade as well. He might push on here, but then the knight would fall. So I don't think you can do that. If he takes, knight takes, bishop takes, king takes. Maybe he's getting his rook in, but it feels like it's a playable position for us. We'll have to think about it. But I'm kind of half committed now anyway, but I could play a move like, say, queen here if he takes and try and get the pawn back, but then he might be able to keep it. Oh, he's played knight forward. He's found a different move. That was not on the radar. I was not expecting that one little bit. So what's the idea there? Take, bishop takes. I can throw a check in and win a pawn. This is protected. If I move this knight, I'm threatening a dangerous check here. So knight here could be a move. Lose a knight, check. He has to move somewhere. Here we've got knight check. We'd be opening up here. We can take back here. This is the straightforward move. Takes, takes. And have I got a reply? Knight here. Bishop takes. I can still throw the check in. I'm just really tempted to go here immediately. Or to take here, but I don't think I should. I can also queen check here and win a pawn, but... That's the more adventurous move, isn't it? Shall we do it? This might get a bit loose, but if I go here though, can he just drop back? Let's take first and then go knight out wide. And if he takes, I'm going to throw a check in first. Okay, he does. So I'm going to check. If he goes in the dark square, we've got a knight check. Light square, maybe we just take. Okay, so he's gone on the light square. Now I might want to take this back, of course. If I check here, we can block, so that's no good. So do I take back with the knight or the king? Take with the knight to redeploy. Or do I go here? Let's just go with the king for now and see what he does. He can't take here right now. We would just give a check. I mean, it's a technical move. Maybe you can block with a bishop, but we'd be crashing in. So we're threatening to take, but again, there's risk to our king as well. We're threatening a move like knight up to hit the rook and the bishop. It's really just down to king safety. But it could obviously go either way. But as a general principle, try and think of your own king safety first before you get adventurous in games, just as a general principle. So if I take here, if he plays bishop takes, oh, has he just blundered? No. If I go here, he can block with the bishop. Its rook is then protected, but then I've got to move like rook across, right? Rook across even now threatens to simply win the pawn. It's just whether I want my queen here or here. If I check, I think you'll have to play here or you lose your rook. But it's a development move and he attacks my knight. I don't want that. So I'm just going to play rook across, hit the pawn. If I go here, there's then an immediate threat to my knight if he gets his king out of the way. And I'm not sure what I want to do with the knight yet. Probably come back rather than forward, probably. But again, I've got the same thing here now. I can check and attack the rook. If he blocks, moves the king or blocks with a queen, I take the rook. So here he has to block with a bishop, and then I can take with a check. And that should win the game, I think. I think that's tactics. I think it's his only way to guard his rook. And now should we take with check, right? And if he goes with a queen, we just take. He can't move his bishop. If he moves the king, we take the bishop. Yeah, he just didn't get his king safe. He didn't develop his king side at all at the start, did he? So he now comes forward. Is there any checkmate there if we go here? Actually, is that checkmate there? No, he can go back here. But it might still be the best move. Here, he can't block it. And his only legal move is here. We can then take with a check here. And we're going to win the queen next move. Here, we don't, do we? So this is actually the best move. I think. That's his only legal move. And we just take with a discovered check. We win the queen next move. And that's game over. Should be with 5 minutes left. Now I can check here. Probably best to go back. If he goes here, we're going to check, yeah. The position just collapsed quickly, but he just didn't get his king safe at all. So let's see what it was in engine speak. Pause so we don't accidentally start another game. So 24 moves. They're the move times for both players there. He was playing it really, really, really quick. Really quick. A 10-minute game. So try and play at the right speed for the time control. It felt like we played well, but he just didn't get any king side development at the start. And then we found a way to open it up. So let's see what it was. 89 against 79 on the accuracy. There's still some mistakes and issues here. So you can see bishop to g2 there for us. Yeah, so it was best to close the center down straight away. Restrict the bishop. Might end up walking into this sort of line or this sort of line, but it was the right move. So it cost us nearly a full point that. Excuse me. So these moves are good. e4 was good. He's blundered with e5. So taking was correct. Then here I should have played the knight to g5 rather than the bishop to immediately attack the pawn. There's a potential here, but only a potential. So I wonder if there's a further discovery attempt down the line. Here, I guess if you go queen here, it's a little bit awkward, because then your bishop's harder to develop. So knight to g5 was correct. The best move is actually king to e7. It's not what you want to play. Then we bring the bishop in to attack the pawn as well. So you push the pawn forward, the knight jumps in. Yeah, it's all because of a lack of king side development early, getting the king safe. But I didn't see any of this, of course. You won't be too surprised to hear that. I just didn't see any of this whatsoever. That's what we should have had with a best line, but we played the bishop instead. So h6 takes was good, e5 was good, knight takes good, knight h4 was good, and queen check, and king takes. But here I should have gone for this idea with the queen in instead of the rook across first. So bishop blocks, then take, and just take advantage of this immediate pin. Same thing, you can't take here because we just check and win the queen. But in this line, he's got queen across, and we just take and win the piece. So we're then going to be a knight up. So that was the safer way to play it. So the way we played it then with this line, has he got a good defense? Maybe he has. So what was the eval? 5.3 if we play queen in, 3.6 this way. The best move was to play across with the queen here. So queen e8, we jump the knight into block. Yeah, so having seen these moves, I realised, yeah, I got it a little bit wrong there. I should have just done the simple approach. This is more difficult, more complicated, not winning by crashing through. So we should have done the more straightforward approach with the queen check block, pawn takes, and we were going to win a piece. And eventually we do find a way to crash through. And yeah, pawn just playing a little bit too quick in the opening, and then the lack of king safety is all it really was there. You can see it's a decent play though, decent play, so well done.